After staying in Hanoi for a few days, my friends and I decided to travel further north, close to the Chinese border. The easiest way to reach the remote mountain villages and get around was to hire a driver for a few days. After a full day of driving, we arrived in a small town called Bakar, where our hotel was located. The next morning at 5:30 a.m., we left the hotel and drove about 30 minutes to the village of Kankau, where we planned to shoot for the day. There was a large market taking place, surrounded by mist-covered mountains that added a mysterious atmosphere to the whole scene. The temperature was below 10 degrees Celsius and luckily it hadn't rained overnight, otherwise parts of the market would have turned into a complete mudfest. When we arrived, sunrise was just around the corner and the market was still being set up. That gave us a great opportunity to capture some strong images right from the start. As you can probably guess, this was the meat section of the market. If you're used to buying meat in the supermarket, this might feel a little unusual. But at least it was cold, so there were no unpleasant smells or insects. At least none that I noticed. The views down into the valley were beautiful from up here. I think the women you see here were trading fabrics. I'm not sure why they were doing it out in the open. Maybe they don't have a license for official market stands. I wish you could smell these oranges. That scent was incredible.
Yeah, what an interesting place. Lots of interesting activity here. So far it's been pretty good. So let's see how long we'll stay here. I think this market goes on for around 6 hours or something. I'm not sure if we stay the full 6 hours, but so far it's great. And the light with the mist and everything, the fog. Wow, it's a pretty spectacular place.
The head-mounted camera that you could see was recording for a different video, but you'll see that in the future. This was the livestock section of the market. Some of the things happening here were tough to witness, to say the least. But I was there to document, not to judge.
Oh man. I'll just put him in here now, right?
This woman was unloading chickens from crates into the cages. It was shocking to see her tossing them in almost like bricks. One of the chickens left in the crate, unfortunately, was already dead.
Okay, let's get a shot close up. Let's try. Flash from below.
Using flash from below helped me to create this dramatic portrait of this incredible woman. Here I wanted to photograph the child on the man's back, but I was hoping for another element in the frame, so I waited for this guy to walk into the scene. This moment was interesting, the man carrying a baby while holding a puppy, and a crying child nearby. I assume the child wanted to hold the puppy.
Now she stops crying.
There was also a large food section. I think many people come here just to eat. I noticed this police officer. I believe he was checking vendors' licenses, and I wanted to get a portrait of him.
Short update here, it's now 8:30. Feels like we are here since ages, and I have no idea where my friends are. They're somewhere here. Oh my god, I look kind of ridiculous with my setup here. But hey, it's alright. Whatever it takes. So yeah, it's really interesting. There's only a few tourists here. I've seen maybe, I don't know, 3, 4 besides us. So it's a very local experience here. And it's amazing, it's really cool. You can see around me all the mist and the mountains. Amazing. So tomorrow we'll go to another market, which is even bigger than this one here. Wow, cannot imagine how this goes. It will be amazing for this. So, not sure. Maybe we'll shoot for another 2 hours maybe. Not sure if that's maybe too much, because it gets a bit repetitive after some time.
The clothing section was less visually interesting to me, but there were still some strong characters. It got incredibly busy here. Maybe there were special deals going on.
Hello.
By the way, the people were very friendly and overall very welcoming. There was even a barber section at the market. Max actually got his beard trimmed here.
Oh, they were cool.
I honestly don't know how someone can sleep in that position on a motorbike with all that noise around. I definitely couldn't. While walking around, we came across a scene that seemed promising. The man with the hat wasn't particularly friendly. I didn't understand what he was saying, but his tone and gestures felt aggressive. Completely out of sync with everyone else we had met that day. I ignored him and eventually he backed off.
What is everywhere here? It's always the same kind of bird, right?
Yeah.
I'm not sure what these birds were for, but they all seem to be the same species. If you know, let us know in the comments. Alright, if you want to learn from me in person, consider coming to one of my workshops. You will see the upcoming dates over here. And you can also hop over to my website to see all the details. And also, if you want to learn how to
master flash and street photography, check out my video course that will teach you everything that you need to know to get started or to lift your skills to the next level. And there's also a new video course about mastering street photography in general with content that will be added every single month. All the links are in the video description that will take you to my website for more details. All right, let's get back to the video. Good morning here from Bakar. We are now on the second day here and we're going to the livestock market now. So hopefully we can find it and hopefully there will be already some action because it's, what time is it now? 6:10 or something?
Yeah, 6.
Yeah, it's just 6:10 and there should be already some people, so let's go.
It was still quite dark, especially in some corners of the market. In fact, it was so dark that I couldn't even see the markings on my lens.
I can't see shit here. I mean, now it's okay.
They had roosters lined up along fence posts. I believe they were meant for fighting. We wanted to photograph them, but there was barely any ambient light, except for the occasional passing car. Later, once dusk set in, I finally managed to capture the image I had been looking for. Unfortunately, we missed the larger livestock like buffaloes and horses. We later found out that they had been traded the day before. That was a bit disappointing, but honestly, there were still more than enough photographic opportunities here. You've probably seen these photos where photographers line up all their gear from their camera bags on the floor. For some reason, that came to my mind when I took this image. Yes, it's a bit grim, seeing the pig's head, legs and tail carefully arranged on the table, but to be honest, that's part of the reality here. One thing that seemed very popular were these bushes you can see throughout the market. I assume they are mostly decorative, but I could be wrong. Back to the meat section. As a vegetarian myself, that might seem ironic. But just like I photograph people smoking even though I'm a non-smoker. I simply document what's there. Enough meat for now. Let's get back to, maybe you guessed it already, yes, the bushes. When I saw multiple hands holding the same bush, I sensed potential for a layered shot. I just had to wait for a few more hands to enter the frame.
Hello. Hello.
Beautiful.
Yes. What the hell? That's fucking bizarre. Holy.
Hello,
Hello.
hello, hello, chụp ảnh gà Lào Cai.
So fucking.
Getting a good angle on the chickens wasn't easy. The barber section, however, offered fantastic opportunities, especially with all those mirrors.
Oh, 3. Oh my god, there's 3 chickens.
Yes, he had 3 chickens in his bag. And now comes the part that was difficult to witness. Seeing this made me genuinely angry, but
I think it's not up to us to judge this, but it's really difficult to not get mad when you see how they treat these animals. And just the cat here, he was dragging it across the concrete, and yeah, I mean, I photograph it, but I bloody hate it. But hey, there's nothing you can do. I try to hold back and not say anything, even though I would love to just yell at them and tell them to stop, but it's not up to me to judge them. But it still sucks, nevertheless.
these women were selling puppies. At least they weren't wrapped up in plastic bags.
Oh, that's a cool character.
Then I noticed an interesting character and decided to approach him. I held the flash very low, almost unnoticed. The subject is well lit in the image, but the flash only lasts a fraction of a second, and off-camera flash makes it much easier to work up close without being intrusive. Right after taking that photo, I heard a cat meowing despite all the noise around us. And there it was. It's heartbreaking to see, even now looking back at that footage.
Oh, that's a bull, man.
I decided to give the barber section another try, and I'm glad I did. The flash was pointed backwards to avoid reflections in the mirror. A few meters away was another barber with a huge mirror. I had to try it. I'm really happy with how the photo turned out. The mirror almost feels like a window into everything happening in front of it. I couldn't move any closer, otherwise my camera would have appeared in the reflection. Finally, I spotted a group of police officers sitting around the table. I couldn't resist walking over to take a photo. Max wasn't convinced it was a good idea.
Yeah, let's try, let's try.
I'm not bailing you out. I'm not running around it.
What?
I'm not bailing you out. I don't have enough cash.
I have none, so it's okay. I can tell him, sorry, I'm poor, I don't have any cash.
You didn't, right?
In the end, it worked out. In the next episode, we travel south for a massive vibe change, warmer temperatures and more adventures.